Have you ever made a bad purchase? I don't mean something huge like a house or a car or even a portable she shed. I'm talking something small. You go pick up an item and you get home and you discover that it won't work. It will not serve your purpose. That happened to me a few weeks ago. I stopped at Sam's Club to pick up a few items. One of the things on the list was a bag of disposable cups for our bathroom. You know the ones I'm talking about, the little cups that you fill with water and use to take a pill or to rinse your mouth out after you brush your teeth. Those. There I was looking at all the cups at Sam's and I thought I knew exactly what I needed. I thought I did. There was one problem though. There were two different sizes of the small cups. There were 3 ounce and there were 5 ounce, and I couldn't remember which ones we used. I looked at the 3 ounce cups and they looked so tiny. Very, very tiny. In retrospect, I realize now that everything looks tiny in Sam's when you're in Sam's Club. The 5 ounce cups looked more like what we used. And so I took a pack of these and put them in the basket. If you've ever shopped at Sam's, you know that a pack of cups is about 7,000 of them. When I got home, my husband AJ was helping me unload the car. And the first thing he said was, "You bought the wrong size cups." You're kidding. Not kidding. You bought the wrong size cups. Really? Yep, we used 3 ounce, not 5 ounce. I was so disgusted at the thought of having to return the cups to Sam's. I use the Scan and Go app at Sam's so that I never have to get in line. You scan your items as you pick them up, and then you check out on your phone, and then show your phone to the person at the door and you're on your way. But if you have to return something, you have to actually go stand in line at customer service and make the exchange or the return. Wasn't looking forward to that, and I fretted about it the rest of the day. So much so that at one point AJ said, "Why don't we just keep the 5 ounce cups? It's not worth it." I said, "There's one problem with that. They won't fit in our cup dispenser. I've already tried." So he said, "Just buy a new cup dispenser." I liked that idea. The next day I went to Walmart and was looking for a 5 ounce cup dispenser. But in all of the cups that were displayed, there was only one dispenser, and it looked exactly the same as the cup dispenser we had at home. I looked at the box and I noticed that it said holds 3 or 5 ounce cups. Interesting, really, because I had tried to fit my 5 ounce cups in that dispenser we had at home and it wouldn't work. I looked a little closer at the box and discovered something else. There was an arrow pointing up that said 3 ounce and another arrow pointing down that said 5 ounce. Are you kidding me? All I had to do was flip the cup dispenser over and it would fit the other size cups. Wow. That was the moment that I realized that sometimes you have to look at things differently in order to see the possibilities. Sometimes you need to look at things differently in order to see the possibilities. It's when you look at things differently that you discover you can handle a lot more than you thought you could. Maybe you thought you could only handle 3 ounces, but in reality, you could handle 5. And sometimes we have to be forced into situations where we look at things differently. Perhaps we make a bad purchase or something unexpected happens. Like you're 31 years old and you discover that you can't have children. That was my story. I had wanted children my entire life. I had longed to be a mom. But at 31 years old, I discovered that I couldn't have children the conventional way. And that was the first time I chose to look at things differently. I wondered, what if I adopted? My husband and I ended up adopting 2 beautiful boys. 2 boys that have changed our lives significantly for the better. Sometimes it's also true that you don't realize how much you can handle until you're forced to handle it. When one of our boys, our oldest, PJ, was 12 years old, he started experimenting with drugs, and he passed away in 2018 due to an overdose. It was then that I discovered that I could handle way more than I thought I could, much more than just 2 ounces. When I got home from Sam's that day and AJ told me about my bad purchase, I immediately ran upstairs and looked for that cup dispenser to see if I could make those 5-ounce cups fit, and nothing would make it work. The answer was actually right there in front of me though, and I just didn't see it. I just had to look at things differently in order to make it work. What is it that you're struggling with right now? What is it that makes you feel so overwhelmed you don't think you could handle even 2 more ounces? Remember, sometimes you have to look at things differently in order to see the possibilities.